Hey everyone. So today we're gonna follow through with the last session where we defined how to find and how to plot and sketch quadratic graphs. So today we're gonna do kind of the opposite. So we're not given the equation, but we're given the minimum and one of the points it passes through, and we have to find the values of a and b and c. So we basically have to find the quadratic equation. So let's first use this fact. So we know that it passes through 4, 0. How can we make sense of this? So we know that when x is equal to 4, y is equal to 0. So let's put everything inside the equation. So y is equal to 0, x squared, so 4 squared, plus b, which is 4, plus c. So that's equal to 16a. So I'm just, switching the space because it makes me more comfortable using it this way. With equations, we're accustomed to having everything on the left-hand side rather than the right, and the 0 on the right there. But it doesn't matter. The b looks funny, so let me rewrite it. So we have this one equation. We'll stop here and we'll go to the other piece of information and see what we can find out from it. So we know that the minimum point, which is a turning point in this case, it's 5 minus 3. Because it's a minimum, if you follow through the other session, we know a minimum exists when the parabola looks like this. Okay, so a have to be positive. So that's a tip. So if you don't find a positive a, you know that you messed up, because we know it's a minimum, and a minimum has a shape that looks like this. So this is like a clue that's gonna tell you whether you're on the right track or anything. But I wouldn't solve the equation for the question for you for sure. But these tips are good to know, like whether you're doing well or not. Anyways, so the minimum point is a 5 minus 3. So how did we find the minimum point last time? Is by completing the square. So I'm going to complete the square for this equation. So we have a y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. So if we complete the square, it's going to be ax squared plus b over ax plus c. So we're factorizing by a and we're leaving c alone. And then this one is the one that we're going to apply. So we know generally if we have, let's say, x plus bx, let me write it here, x plus bx, so completing the square will be x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. So this is how would you complete the square. In this case, b is b over a, so it's x plus b over 2a minus b over 2a squared plus c. Okay, and c is outside all of this, okay? And we have, if we were to expand, ax plus b 2a squared, and then a times minus b over 2a squared, so minus a times b squared over 4a squared, then plus c. So y becomes ax plus b over 2a. A over a squared is 1 over a, so minus b squared over 4a plus c. Okay, so we know that the the minimum, so the minimum here is minus b over 2a from the formula we've done before. So is when we complete the square is minus whatever we find here, so minus b over 2a, and the y term is this one, c minus b squared over 4a. So we know the minimum is 5 minus 3, and we know it's equal to this value, so we can just like make them equal to each other. So minus b over 2a is equal to 5, okay? And c minus b squared over 4a is equal to minus 3. That is perfect. So I'm gonna focus on this one. So this one, it's basically b equal minus 10a. So we know that's minus, b is minus 10a. So using, I'm gonna call this one 1 and this one 2. So from joining these two together, from 1 and 2, okay, I can say that 16a minus 40a. So I'm replacing b with a. So minus 40a plus c equals 0. So 16 minus 40 is 24, minus 24a. So c is 24a, right? So let's call this 3, result 3. So these two is minus 24a. And I put it to the other side, it becomes 24a, okay? So now I'm using from result 3, and let's call this, maybe let's call this 4, and this is 3, because it was before that one. From results 3 and 4, and 2 as well, you know, and 2, 2, 2, 3, and 4, we're gonna replace everything with a, so we can only have a, and once we find a, we can derive everything else. So that's the reason why I'm doing all of this. So c becomes 24a, okay, then minus b squared. So b squared is minus 10a squared, so it's going to be 100a squared, okay, over 4a equal minus 3, right? So this one, what it becomes, simplifying, is 24a, 100 over 4 is 25a, so it becomes minus 25a equal minus 3. So a here, so 24 minus 25 is minus 1, so minus a equal minus 3, that means that a is equal to 3. Okay, so I know a is equal to 3, right? And b is minus 10a, so b 10 minus 10 times 3, so b is equal to minus 30. And for c, we know it's 24a, so I told you, once we find a, we find everything. C is 24a, so 24 times 3 is 72. I wonder how I solved that quickly. 24 times 3 is because we know the hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, anyways. So I'm gonna write them all in one line. A equal 3, b equal minus 30, and c is 72. And we finished for this question, and indeed a is positive. So yeah, we know that we're right. I assure you we're right. I've checked the answers in the book, and yeah, we got the same ones. And this marks the end of our session, and I'll show you in the next one. And bye.